Welcome everyone, you have landed. This is Anywhere But Here, Fly's Top 5, and I am Fly Girl TW. This is the series, guys, where I provide you with my top 5 most interesting facts, as well as my top 5 must-sees, must-dos for a particular destination. This week, it's all about Rio. So grab your supplies and your snacks, come right back, and we'll get started with Thanks for coming back. And the very first interesting fact that I want to share with you guys, it's more dedicated to those librarians, but Rio de Janeiro houses the 8th largest library in the entire world. This library has 15 million items in it. Pretty big. The most interesting fact actually ties into a couple of more that I'll be going over with you in just a moment. But the dance of Rio is the samba. Most people didn't realize, however, that the samba originated from African slaves that were migrated over to Brazil. So, the samba is actually an African dance. Have you ever thought about taking you some samba lessons? If not, maybe you will now. My third most interesting fact about Rio de Janeiro ties also into the samba. Because the samba is so popular in Rio, there are over 200 samba schools. So when you think about that, think about the multitude of students that are there and the number of dancing teachers and how many foreigners like us from the United States who have a passion for dance move to Brazil just to be taught by someone who is a professional in that field. Pretty cool. My fourth most interesting fact about Rio is that it has 1,000. Out of these favelas, there's about 65% of residents who are middle income. As a matter of fact, a lot of tourists go and they stay at some of the favelas when they're visiting on vacation. My fifth and final most interesting fact, you may find it necessary or not, but prostitution is legal in Rio de Janeiro. As a matter of fact, if you're walking the streets, something a little weird, but if you're walking the streets being a tourist, you may see some of these professionals walking and trying to entice their customers so that they can make a living. But yeah, prostitution is legal in Rio de Janeiro. Now that I've just completed my 5 most interesting facts, I'm going to share with you my 5 must-sees, must-dos in the half-day Sugarloaf Mountain tour. Now, I mentioned the word mountain, which has to tell you it's pretty high up. This is a 4-hour tour that takes you from the bottom all the way to the top of the mountain over a 4-hour period in a cable car. Think about that. So if you have any fear of heights, this is not the tour for you. However, if you think that you can get over that fear, here's what you can expect. It's going to stop at several different, and it's going to sound weird because you're in a cable car and it's ascending, but it's going to stop at several different spots so that you can take pictures. You're still in the cable car, and your knowledgeable guide is going to be giving you some history and background of the location of where they're stopping. So you're still ascending, keep that in mind, and you go all the way up to about 1,300 feet in the air, but the cable cars are secure and they're safe. And you can always change your mind last minute if you think, you know what, I thought I could do it, but I can't do it. you always have the option of changing your mind. Just check with the company that you purchased your tickets through to see what kind of option. As a reminder, all of the tours that I will be picking for you are less than $100 per person. This half-day tour is $77 US. My second must-see, must-do, and I actually struggled with this one, guys, because you can't go to Rio without going to a beach. It has several popular beaches, and I've chosen Copacabana. Now, I've never been to Copacabana Beach, but it does remind me of Barry Manilow, so that's the reason why I chose it. No, just kidding. It's 2.5 miles long. It's free, and you'll be able to see a lot of the residents and other tourists there at the beach. Is very clean. It's just incredibly beautiful. So you can't beat free, and you have to go to the beach in Rio. Maybe you can even go to the beach in Rio and do the samba in your bikini. How about that? As my third must-see, must-do is the Botanical Garden. It is $4.65. It is so important to get connected with nature while you're on your vacations, but you're having all this fun. Here's what you can expect. There are over 5,500 species of plants. They also have the plants' history kind of marked and labeled so that you'll be able to do self-guided tours if that's what you're interested in. Now, I do think it is a must for you to go to a samba show while you're in Rio. Is the Plataforma Samba Show. It is $98, so less than $100. Keeping my promise to you, but you have to do it, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't. Answers, it will be a night to remember, all for less than $100. You gotta go. It's a must-see, must-do. It's Fly's Top 5, remember? See you there. A really cool option that you have when you go to the samba show is to upgrade and get you some barbecue, some local barbecue. Yeah, let's do that upgrade. Where's Beyonce? And this particular tour also offers complimentary pickup and drop off at your hotel. Now you feeling a little bit better about the $98? I hope so. And final Fly's Top 5 must-see, must-do in Rio de Janeiro, guys, is Christ the Redeemer statue. It's Christ the Redeemer statue. Now, I couldn't not add this to my list for so many reasons. One being it is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And even if you're not a religious person, you will be marveled at what you see when you go on this particular tour. It's a beautiful sight. A half-day tour. It's $78, so it falls within that price range that I promised you. But here's what you can expect on the Christ the Redeemer tour. Your tour guide will pick you up at your hotel or at a designated area. It will then take you to a location where you'll hop aboard what's called a cog train. It's a motorized vehicle that doesn't have any doors. If you've ever been to Disney's Animal Kingdom on the safari, it kind of looks... And then it'll take you to the rainforest. After a bit of time at the rainforest, guys, it will then drop you off at a particular elevator where you will go 2,300 feet in the air, where the elevator door opens, and there you are at the top of the statue. So, sounds interesting? A little scary if you're scared of heights? It'll be worth it, I promise. So, I've rounded out my top 5 interesting facts, as well as my top 5 must-sees, must-dos. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's tons of things for you to do in Rio. Go to anywherebuthere.com. Take a look at the blog where I'll have more information, and of course over today, as well as some gallery photos for you to see. So typically photos help you decide whether it's something you're interested in or not, or gives you a little bit of inspiration, which is of course what I always want to provide to you. So thanks guys for your support. I appreciate it. I will see you next week on... If you have any destination spotlight that you want me to hit before I hit some of the things that I already have on my list, feel free to email me, travelanywherebuthere@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to put your request at the top of the list. See you next week.